Right now at 10, the fate of a downtown bar decided. Will their liquor license be taken away?
And a Wisconsin congressman calling for a federal judge's impeachment, and similar calls could be on the way.
Plus, residents get the first look at designs for State Road Elementary, what plans they have for the new school.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. Latino Bar and Grill has lost its liquor license.
La Crosse Common Council making that decision this afternoon. The bar has come under fire over accusations of underage drinking. The bar opened in April of 2022. Police say since then they've handed out over 320 citations to the bar and customers. The owner of Latinos, Marissa Acosta, says the ruling was unfair, but council members said the bar had plenty of warnings.
We're presented with an abundance of evidence that showed us that the city, and in the form of the La Crosse Police Department, went above and beyond in trying to help this establishment come into compliance. And they either willfully ignored the police or chose to think that it didn't matter.
Latino's owner said the bar does not plan on closing after the council's decision.
Western Wisconsin's congressman says a federal judge ought to be impeached. Republican Derek Van Orden has filed a resolution accusing New York federal judge Paul Engelmeyer of abuse of power. Engelmeyer temporarily blocked an executive order for Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency to access Treasury records. His ruling was the order created a risk of releasing sensitive data. Van Orden's resolution argues Engelmeyer is biased against the president. 15 federal judges have been impeached in U.S. history. 8 were convicted on charges related to bribery or perjury. Van Orden is this resolution's only sponsor.
A bill introduced today in Madison could help Wisconsin farmers lower their repair costs. State Senator Brad Pfaff and Representative Jenna Jacobson are pushing for legislation that would require manufacturers to provide farmers with access to repair tools, parts, and data at fair prices. The proposal would also allow farmers to fix their equipment or use independent service providers without restrictions from manufacturers.
We do have a very strong industry when it comes to mechanics and maintenance. And I think it just makes absolute sense that we want to make sure that we keep this work local. And that is why, again, I think this legislation makes an awful lot of sense.
The Wisconsin Farmers Union also backs the bill, saying limited repair options have been a financial strain for farmers.
Mauston is celebrating passage of a make-or-break school referendum. The district was facing a financial crisis after 2 referendums failed last year. In November, the school board voted to dissolve the district if Tuesday's referendum failed. The referendum, now successful, will give the district $1.75 million per year over the next 4 years. But that money won't cover all the operational costs.
We're going to have to make some cuts. We talked about this a lot, that we needed $2.25 million. We were thankfully able to pass $1.75, so we'll have $500,000 worth of cuts.
He says the board will determine what those cuts will be.
La Crosse School District held an open house for their additions at State Road Elementary. A $53.5 million referendum passed in November to consolidate Highton and State Road School. Hitchton and State Road School. The addition to State Road are expected to be completed in 2027. Today they gathered feedback on the designs they have so far and learned more about what the community wants in the new school.
Really important to make sure that this building represents the needs of our students, our staff, our families, and the community. And we'll have opportunities like this for the new building at Hogan as well.
The new building at the Hogan Administrative Site will consolidate students from Emerson and Spence Elementary Schools.
Today was Giving Day at Winona State. The 24-hour event collects donations to benefit scholarships, academic programs, and initiatives around campus. Those who donate get to choose where their money will go. Alum Susan Anderson will match up to $25,000 in donations to the university. She says every donation will make an impact.
They really do need help. You'd be surprised how many things go wanting just for the lack of attention, just for the lack of introducing their need to the public, and it will make a big difference.
As of a few minutes ago, the university has raised over $97,000. We've got a link to the donation site on our digital platforms. And the buzz is building. The NFL releasing designs for the 2025 draft at Lambeau Field.
Sports director Jacob Lenzendorf is here with a sneak peek. Jacob.
Yeah, guys, we are just 63 days away from Green Bay being center stage in the football world as it'll host the 2025 NFL Draft starting on April 24th. Today, the league unveiling some renderings of the setup, which includes the draft theater that covers 250,000 square feet of the east and northeast sides of the stadium. The Lambeau Field campus also will boast an 800,000 square foot area showcasing the NFL experience, which features food and beverage areas, a kids play 60 zone, spots for kicking field goals and running 40-yard dashes, and NFL exhibits. This year's draft expected to bring in approximately 250,000 attendees during the 3-day event. And Ken and Emily, this has been nearly a decade in the making. Back in 2016, the city adding construction around Lambeau Field, hoping hotels and restaurants would be added as well in preparation for the big day, and it is almost here.
Aren't you jealous he gets to go?
Oh, it's going to be
Looks like
such
so
a
much
fun environment. I mean, the NFL's craziest fans, and I mean that in the best way, all descend on the draft every single year. So very cool that Wisconsin gets to be part of it. The only question, though, is what the weather will look like in late April.
Is it going to be a fitting Wisconsin setting of snow there in late April, or could it be nice and warm? What do you think, Greg?
It could be from severe weather to snow, too, depending on April. It can be a whole realm of things when it gets to that area. As you get into May, it's a little bit easier to see that it's going to be nice weather, but we'll see as we get closer to the event. But we do have a mild stretch, more like March-like weather coming up here throughout the next week. Our average temperatures are continuing to rise. They started late last month in January. By the end of this month, they'll be on the upper 30s, and next month, probably the mid to upper 40s. So we are continuing to climb as the sun is out longer. Overall, here's your high temperatures area-wide, too, as we kind of scan out. Even the areas that were cold are starting to come back up, and that mild Pacific air that's been sitting out to the west, we're going to start seeing that air eventually begin to push to the area. But for tonight, lows will still get kind of below zero just because of the snow cover on the ground, but not too far below for most areas. Then as we go out through to the planning your day, you're going to get back up to about 19 degrees with plenty of sun for La Crosse, and same story for Eau Claire. That southwest wind beginning to pick up with 17 degrees, and that's just a sign of things to come because we got 30s, 40s, maybe a 50 out there next week. We'll break it all down a bit later.
I like that incline. Thank you, Greg.
A new twist in the search for a missing Beaver Dam teen. U.S. Marshals are now helping police. It comes after police released new surveillance video. It's from the day pregnant 16-year-old Sophia Franklin vanished. The video shows her alleged abductor, 40-year-old Gary Day, picking her up. Amber alerts for Franklin are up in Wisconsin, Arkansas, and central Missouri.
A La Crosse man accused of sex trafficking pleading not guilty today. 30-year-old Dwayne Davis is accused of trafficking a 16-year-old. Police became involved last June when the girl contacted them. The criminal complaint says she referred to Davis as her pimp. Police say they found marijuana and cocaine on Davis when they arrested him.
Wisconsin is beating the national average when it comes to gas prices. Right now, a gallon of regular gas is $2.90. That's down 2 cents from last week. The national average price is up 2 cents, averaging $3.11. Driving up the national average is refinery maintenance and outages on the West Coast, which is creating a rippling effect.
Quick Trip is ranked one of the nation's best large employers. Forbes put the La Crosse-based company at 76 in its top 100. The gas station chain was also ranked 13th in customer service. Forbes uses anonymous employee surveys for these rankings. Quick Trip has over 800 locations in the upper Midwest with over 36,000 employees.
High school students in La Crosse are getting a head start on their futures. The Future Center Fair, hosted by La Crosse Promise, is helping students explore career options and plan their next steps after graduation. The fair will have almost 50 different employers, including representatives from the military and educational institutions.
It brings it to the school so that like a lot of other kids could be exposed to opportunities that they wouldn't normally have the chance to be exposed to.
On the 27th, students at Central High School will also have the chance to discover a variety of career opportunities.
Bird flu fix. A vaccine could be an answer to high egg prices.
Plus, payouts are coming for passengers aboard the Delta flight that crashed in Toronto. Find out how much up next.
The Ashley President's Day sale has been extended. Feel the freedom to style your space with modular sectionals starting at $699.98. Plus, pay over time with 0% interest for 60 months. Don't wait. These savings end soon. Only at Ashley.
Attention business owners. Start 2025 confidently with Your Choice Roofing, your trusted partner for commercial roofing solutions. Our expert craftsmanship and premium materials ensure a roof that stands the test of time. Don't wait. Our schedule is filling up fast. Get ahead of the rush and secure your spot now to protect your building and your bottom line. Visit yourchoiceroofing.com today to get started.
We're cranking up the voltage, Wisconsin. Lottery retailers all around the state are lighting up with the latest limited time offer. It's Easy Match Mania. During the month of February, you have a 1 in 7 chance of winning a bonus $1 Megabucks ticket when you buy a $2 Megabucks with Easy Match ticket. This electric offer is only available for a limited time and only at Wisconsin lottery retailers.
Ashley's President's Day sale has been extended. Feel the freedom to get your best rest ever with up to $200 off adjustable bases. Plus, you can snooze now, pay later with 0% interest for 60 months. Shop more deals in-store and online. Only at Ashley.
Delta Airlines is offering $30,000 to passengers involved in that crash at the Toronto airport. All 76 passengers and 4 crew members on board survived. A Delta spokesperson says, quote, "This gesture has no strings attached. If they all take the cash, Delta would be forking out $2.3 million.
Kash Patel is the new head of the FBI. Senators voting 51 to 49. 2 Republicans voted no. They were Maine's Susan Collins and Alaska's Lisa Murkowski. Patel will serve a 10-year term. He succeeds Christopher Wray, who resigned and was also a Trump pick.
Linda McMahon is one step closer to leading the Department of Education. The Senate Health, Education, Labor and Pensions Committee advancing her bid. That was along party lines 12 to 11. Her nomination now goes to the full Senate.
DOJ is now targeting the IRS. CBS News says thousands of IRS employees are expected to be laid off by the end of this week. More than half of those affected will likely be new hires with probationary status. Some employees tell CNN the cuts could mean delayed tax returns for Americans who are set to file in the coming weeks.
NASA says it may have sidestepped sweeping layoffs. Instead of terminations of all probationary workers, cuts will be based on performance and volunteers. NASA hopes this will avoid cutting jobs across the board that could hinder its space missions. About 5% of NASA's workforce had already accepted buyout offers.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture issued a conditional license for an avian flu vaccine. It would be used in chickens amid an outbreaking ravaging poultry flocks, contributing to the rising price of eggs. Historically, vaccination has been thought to carry a number of complications, including making it difficult to detect the virus in inoculated birds and trade concerns that may result from that.
A critical maintenance project underway in La Crescent.
The long-awaited changes and what it means for the local economy.
And we're definitely going to start melting some of that snow here through this week and next week as temperatures climb all the way into the 40s, maybe getting close to 50. We'll break that down, and then if we see any precipitation all through next week, that coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
That was funny. Yeah. That's a sick bike. Boys. Miss Sanderson? See you Monday. No way.
Family of SUVs, proud sponsor of winter. Now, get up to $4,000 in total cash on a 2024 Ford Escape. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
The 27th Annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store. The proof is in the truth. And the truth is that the Board Store does offer higher quality at lower prices. as has been the case for the last 35 years. The 27th Annual Early Bird Home Show. Superior products, superior service at the lowest prices of the year. Bath or kitchen remodels, windows or doors, pergolas, patio covers, sunrooms, siding, or gutters. Do it now. The 27th Annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store.
Stressless by Eckernes. The most comfortable seating in the world is more comfortable than ever. It's on sale now at Drury's in Fountain. Every year, Eckernes updates styles and leathers, and that means outstanding values. And now we're passing these savings on to you. It's time for you to enjoy the incredible comfort of a stressless sofa or recliner in your home. Now at fantastic savings. A stressless recliner is your place. A place to relax, a place to unwind. Stressless furniture on sale now at Drury's in Fountain.
A 7-year-old girl attends a birthday party at a local swimming pool. She's sexually assaulted by a repeat child molester. The monster faces 100 years in prison, but Judge Susan Crawford let him off with just 4. That was Crawford's choice. Now he's back on the street, walking distance from a school. And Judge Crawford, she wants a promotion. Susan Crawford, dangerous decisions, wrong for Wisconsin.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
A massive maintenance project is underway at Lock and Dam 7 in La Crescent.
The Army Corps of Engineers is replacing the hinges that help open and close the lock's giant gates. The $1.5 million project is on a tight schedule as river traffic is expected to increase once temperatures start to rise.
We have to do this work in the winter because it shuts down the lock for a number of weeks, and the navigation industry, recreation, traffic on the river we can't afford to close it for that long of a period of time. So we have to have our crews work out in pretty difficult conditions like this so as to enable river traffic.
These repairs pave the way for new gates coming next summer to replace the original ones that have served the lock for generations.
Let's hope the river doesn't thaw out too quickly because of these rising temps we have coming our way. They have a job to do still.
We're definitely on the increase, Greg.
Yeah, we still got a ways. Unfortunately, with all the cold temperatures we've had this year, that ice depth in a lot of areas is probably unusually deep this time of year, and I kind of disappeared from the screen there. Oh, there I am. But overall, that and the frost depth really is going to be the two things that we're going to keep an eye on. But we are going to warm this weekend. We got the 30s for Saturday. We're getting back up to the 40s then potentially by Sunday, but definitely everyone will probably see it next week. We do have a little bit of a rain chance. We're talking rain, not so much snow. Sunday night through Monday night, just a few showers, not going to amount to too much. More further north you go, potentially you'll see a little bit more, but that's about the only precipitation until we get really to the middle part of next week. Temperatures highs tomorrow fairly similar to today, but that wind in the afternoon will start picking up out of the south, so it may not quite feel like in the 20s, maybe more like the teens, given that wind will be about 10 to 15, but it's out of the south, plenty of sunshine. Then going into Saturday, we're going to see lows. Whoop, there we go. Finally, there we go. Stalling out there for me. We're going to have lows going back into Saturday just a little bit warmer. We're actually going to be above 0 now for single digits to around 10, so that's even better. Getting close to average. We should be around in the teens here. And then Saturday getting close to average temperatures too. We'll be back in the 30s, more cloud cover, but still overall a nice start to the weekend. And then as we go to Sunday, even better. Much more cloud cover, even cloudy skies at times on Sunday, but temperatures still should get up near 40 or into the 40s at some locations too. Really what's going on is this jet stream right now for at least for the weekend is going to be coming kind of right overhead or just to the north. So it's going to keep these little weak waves coming and passing through or just passing right to our northeast. So it'll keep the cloud cover overhead more throughout. And you see here's a jet streak coming through a jet. That's another weak little system. So these will weaken, but we will provide enough opportunity to see those showers, as I mentioned, potentially going from Sunday night through maybe another one coming right there through Monday night too. And that's where the jet will be. But eventually the jet is pulling with that type of orientation, more mild Pacific air into our area as the cold air retreats to the north. So that's the good news. Now, if you look at cloud cover, pretty good cloud cover going on Sunday, and here's that weak little system that could provide probably a shower going into maybe Sunday night into Sunday night into Monday, a little bit of a shower opportunity that kind of scoots through the area. We could see another opportunity going through Monday night into Tuesday too, but that's about really it until we get to Wednesday. Other than that, you're going to see plenty of temperatures in the mid to upper 40s. Overnight lows may stay in the 30s. We'll have to keep an eye out for maybe some potential fog issues with some melting of the snow. And then the next system to keep your eye on for travel plans would probably be Wednesday and Wednesday night. But for right now, that looks to be more of a rainmaker, given that our temperatures will be fairly warm. So it's a mild stretch. By the time we get to the end of next week, we should be near almost up 38, 39 for an average temperature as we go into the first part of March.
Nice.
And by the end of March, upper 40s, near 50s, the average temperature. So it's coming up as, as of course the sun is being up more. So that's definitely a good thing. So positive. So everything looks good if you like the milder conditions.
All right, and I think many of us do.
Well, a few.
Thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, perfect again. The West Salem girls aiming for another unbeaten Coulee Conference season. Plus, it is win or go home for girls teams in Minnesota. Find out who's still fighting to see another day. Jacob is next.
I was there when Brad Schimmel initiated the Sexual Assault Kit initiative, pushing hard to make sure that victims of sexual assault were able to see their offenders convicted, to make sure that there is justice. And that's what we need on the Supreme Court bench.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get over $2,700 purchase cash on 2025 Sierra 1500 models.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
No cash, no problem. Head to Wesco One Sparta and get up to 48 months to pay interest-free on all the hot new furniture you want. Looking to level up your space? We've got you covered with recliners, sofas, bedroom sets, and dining furniture. All available with zero interest for up to 48 months. Don't wait. Upgrade your home today and swing by Wesco One Sparta. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. Tell them Peyton sent you.
At Spectrum, we believe every day unlocks unlimited possibilities to bring you closer to the people and places you love. Spectrum transforms your gaming experience into a galaxy of adventures. And with the fastest, most reliable internet, you're always front row to the entertainment you love, no matter where you are. Get Spectrum Internet Premier for $30 per month when bundled plus a 3-year price guarantee. Call 1-833-440-0029. Spectrum Internet puts streaming live TV, sports, and popular apps all at your fingertips.
This street's like any other in Wisconsin, but the new neighbor is a pedophile who repeatedly raped a little girl, released after just 2 years in prison, thanks to Judge Susan Crawford's sweetheart sentence.
Covering all the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Seasons were on the line tonight in Minnesota, but first here in Wisconsin, a Coulee Conference crown was also up for grabs on the ladies' side. Last time West Salem lost to a league foe was January 25th, 2022 against Luther. A couple fantastic teams sharing the court. Late first half, Josie Brudos, that's her second straight three in as many trips. Visitors up 18-13 at half. Second half, Panthers start quick. Great pass from Brinley Kelly on the give and go to Megan Johnson for the bucket. Knights trying to find their flow offensively after the ankle breaker. Natalie Hackbarth passes it out to Macy Neumeister, who pays it off with the hit. Then Peyton Holub working hard in the paint, up and in. Luther down 11, but tough defense plus good shooting was the recipe for West Salem as Brudos hits again from downtown. Panthers are outright conference champions. Fifth-ranked team in Class 2A, Caledonia, hoping tonight is the start of a long run in the playoffs. Early in this one, Lexi Keesaw rips it away from the defender, gets it back, and buries a three for La Crescent. Lancers trying to stay in this one, but the Warriors have some defense of their own. Interception from Aubrey Klug, who goes over half the court and finds Josie Foster for the easy lay-in. And then defense continuing to turn into offense as Ashlyn Reinhart takes it the length of the floor for the easy lay-in. Next up, it's Elsa Blum spinning in the lane and finding the mid-range shot. Caledonia looks sharp in their postseason debut as they run away with this one, 85-25. Battle of 4 and 13 seeds tonight at Rushford Peterson High. The boys squad showing their support for their girls as well, but it was the freshmen taking over early. Alana Scallett showing she can knock it down from the wing. Then later on, the ball's going to find Nadia Happel, and it's copy and paste for her as she would nail the triple. Then the Trojans would turn some defense into offense as well. Good theme tonight with some quick passing, and the ball finds Torrin Schneider for the easy 2. And that would do it as Rush Pete will move on. Houston looking to keep their season alive tonight as well. Pick it up second half. Aubrey Bolt drives in, and her dribble pull-up would catch all nylon. Later for the Hurricanes, they would run the floor as Emily Botcher would kiss it off the glass. Houston goes up 8 with that bucket. And a few minutes left in the game, it's Bolt working her magic in the post. She hits the dagger, count it, plus the foul. She would have 29 on the night, and Houston moves on by a score of 56-47. Some scores from tonight as well. The Onalaska boys get past Central by 4 points. Holman boys blow past La Crescent Hoka. Holman girls victorious over Toma, and Aquinas keeps their flawless stretch against MVC foes alive, cruising past Sparta, and Spring Grove ladies also with a win tonight in Minnesota to keep their season alive. Well, it's amazing what athletes, or what local athletes and communities can do when they come together, isn't it? After holding a Fight Cancer Night fundraiser at Westby for Oakwood girls game 2 weeks ago, the Norse girls basketball team recently presented a check to the Chaseburg Area Cancer Walk Group for $10,607.83. Various vendors and businesses came in to help for a fantastic cause. All right, Milwaukee forward Bobby Portis has been suspended 25 games for testing positive for the painkiller Tramadol. According to his agent, Mark Bartelstein, Portis thought he was taking Toradol, which is approved by the league, and he's taken before. The Bucks forward was allegedly given the banned drug by an assistant of his, which was deemed a, quote, honest mistake. Portis cannot play again until April 8th, the 79th of 82 regular season games. Milwaukee is currently 5th in the Eastern Conference, and they're 21-10 when Portis scores 10 or more points. Bucks do get the win tonight by 6 over the Clippers. That's a wild scenario right there, though.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's such an emotional spark plug for the Bucks team coming off the bench. I mean, he was in 6th Man of the Year conversations just a year or so ago. So it's definite loss. You know, it's not like Giannis being gone for 25 games or Dame being gone, but that's a guy whose presence you do feel as soon as he's on the court.
Especially if it's not like a intentional mistake as well. If that's just something as simple as a quick mix-up and stuff. But you do have to be diligent about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's kind of unsure, like exactly what things he can and cannot be a part of. So he'll still be a part of the team. It sounds like he has to leave the floor at least 2 hours before tip-off. He'll still be practicing, I suppose. So still around the team, but he will be missed.
He sure will.
All right. Thanks, Jacob.
All right, more news right after this.
Brad Schimmel wants to take us back to an abortion ban from 1849, back to a ban with no exceptions, not for rape or even health of the mother. Brad Schimmel, too extreme for women, too extreme for the Supreme Court.
College, tuition, bills. Someday I'll get that new truck.
This is just where we're at right now. Someday you'll get that big truck.
We've waited 40 years for this Denali, and it's beautiful. Is the big truck next?
Some kids just never grow up.
You know what's on my mind? It's butt cold out here, and I don't have any heat at home. Well, gotta have heat, Einstein. Up yours, smarty. I just don't know who to call.
Jacob said Chuck used the local company. The Primary Colors, the good one?
What?
What?
Huh?
Well, there's your sign.
Jeez Louise. Moron. Hey, putz.
Call GMC.
For the best heating and air conditioning, guaranteed.
Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy.
The biggest thing I want to get across to people, whether it's via email or voicemail or text, is we are a local Wisconsin family-owned turnkey solar company.
We have project managers that will walk you through the process, keep you informed along the way, and make sure that the communication is the best that it can be.
All the financial benefits are awesome. And then on top of that, it's green energy. How can you lose?
Brad Schimmel let thousands of rape kits sit untested for years.
While rapists walked free and victims waited for justice.
Take it from a sheriff.
A sheriff.
A cop, Brad Schimmel's too extreme for the Supreme Court.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
Making its way downtown, hopping fast, faces past, but not homebound. Residents in Connecticut startled to see a seal pup in the middle of the road.
That's right. Local police sharing this photo that captured the hearts of thousands, including mine in New Haven. Animal rescue crews sprang to action and brought the little guy to the nearby Mystic Aquarium.
So New Haven's about 20 miles from the ocean, so it must have been quite the journey for the young seal, but crews say he is recovering nicely.
By the time we rescued him, he was very lethargic. He's in thin body condition, so it was time for him to come in so we could provide him with the care that he needs.
She said pups are normally 70 to 100 pounds at this age, but the rescued seal is only sitting at 28 right now. So they'll be bulking him up over the next few weeks with some fish before he's released back into his natural habitat.
So the question is, how did he get out there?
Just around the beach and felt, you know what, let's go see what downtown New Haven has to offer.
He wanted a little change of scene.
Yeah, he's an explorer.
He is. I could pick him up now. 28 pounds, that's doable right now. But
Absolutely.
the 100-pounders, no. But I'm glad he was rescued and taken care of by really good people.
Good
over
on
there.
the community.
All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after the break.
When you've trusted your personal injury case to Bygoff and Rohde, you're going to feel the weight of the world off your shoulders. You have to concern yourself with getting to the doctor and trying to get better. We'll do everything else. And that's how we get results for our clients.
If your home is looking drab, trade it in. Trade it in. The furniture's old and yucky, trade it in. Trade it in. If you're seeking a solution, then King's your resolution. If you're tired of your look, then trade it in.
At King's Trade-In Sale, trade in your old recliner for $50 towards a new one. Trade in your old sofa for $100. Trade in your old mattress for $75. Plus get free delivery and 12 months no interest payments at the King Furniture Trade-In Sale. Trade it in!
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. And a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet.
Get $3,000 total cash allowance on this 2025 Silverado. Plus, current Chevy owners can get $5,000 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit HometownChevy.com.
T-Mobile is very reliable.
It's always nice to know that T-Mobile has us covered.
I love the fact that my family and I, we can stay connected just about anywhere we want to go.
My network is my lifeline.
T-Mobile keeps you connected on America's largest and fastest 5G network. And right now, get 4 free smartphones and 4 lines for $25 per line when you switch. It's better over here.
The chips that you like are not on sale this week, so we're gonna have to skip those. Sorry, bud.
Aww. Hi, we're at Woodman's. I'm Clint. I'm Phil. At Woodman's, you don't need a flyer to find hot deals.
With our everyday low prices and huge selection, you can find anything you're looking for.
And still save big time on your whole grocery bill.
So I can get the groceries I want and save money? Looks like your chips are back on the list.
Yes. Thanks, guys.
It's Woodman's.
After you've been injured in an accident, life becomes chaotic. You have doctor's appointments, medical bills, insurance adjusters harassing you to settle your claim. When you call Bygoff and Rohde, we take care of it all. We get results.
All right, tomorrow we're actually getting back into the 20s, a little bit of a southerly breeze in the afternoon, but all in all, decent temperatures. It's going to get even better for the weekend. 30 Saturday, potentially a 40 on Sunday, and all of next week we should be above average, and we do have some precipitation chances, but overall a mild stretch of March weather almost.
Looking good. Thanks for joining us at 10.
We'll see you tomorrow.